Chaos is unfolding in LA right now as 4 separate fires are tearing through the city, creating some absolutely apocalyptic scenes. Tens of thousands of people are being told to urgently evacuate and head to the coast for safety. You have senior patients being wheeled across smoky streets, beds and wheelchairs filling up a car park in Pasadena, people racing to evacuate their homes but then being forced to abandon their cars due to major traffic jams. And then you have bulldozers being forced to clear these cars by smashing them off the road. Passengers leaving LAX posted aerial views of the fire in Pasadena, which CNN report is ripping through an area equivalent to 5 football fields per minute due to strong winds of 60 to 80 miles per hour. Firefighters over the radio say that they're running out of water in some of their hydrants. Looks like we're leaving McDonald's in 2024. And these fires are not discriminating, because Hollywood celebrities are being seen fleeing their multi-million-dollar homes as these fires destroy some of the most expensive land and houses in the entire country. As this situation develops, I'll keep you guys updated.
Los Angeles 2.0. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. 15-minute cities, here they come. Our good friend Gavin Newsom can't control his enthusiasm. He's smiling ear to ear. There's still houses on fire. Oh, how convenient. A smart city in LA by 2028, just in time for the Olympics. They are telling you to your face what they're doing.
All right, y'all, this is what we're talking about today. One, there's a wildfire update. Right now, according to what all I'm seeing, there is a massive power outage, and there are tent cities that are being constructed to make sure everybody gets what they need. But the main thing I want to discuss today is I don't know, because I don't want to get sued and I don't want my channel to get deleted. So I'm going to use this disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only, because I don't want to lose my channel and I don't want the government after me. So I just want to say that up front. I don't want the government to come after me. So I'm saying this is for entertainment purposes only. So from a conspiracy theory, entertainment standpoint, what if, and I'll even say there may be, because I just want to make sure, I don't want no problems, there may possibly be proof that all of this may have been intentional. But I don't know nothing. I don't want to get sued. I don't want my channel to get deleted. So I don't know what I'm talking about. So this is for entertainment purposes only. Everybody hit the like button and let's go down this rabbit hole. I love going down rabbit holes. And this one right here is crazy. So everybody hit the like button and let's get it.
Drop your city in the chat, drop your city in the chat. Tell me where you from, drop your city in the chat, drop your city in the chat. If you say what's up, I'ma hit you right back, I'ma hit you right back. But if you act up, I'ma bang from the chat, so don't play with me. Mr. Let Go, got a super lit show. If you like this intro, share this video and subscribe to the show. That's the only way to grow. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. If you like the discussion, drop a super chat if you wanna say something. I remember when I started, I ain't get no views. Now millions come to me just to get my views. The chat be on fire, I done lit the fuse, but my channel wouldn't be nothing without you. Tell me where you from, drop your city in the chat, drop your city in the chat. Tell me where you from, drop your city in the chat, drop your city in the chat. If you say what's up, I'ma hit you right back, I'ma hit you right back. But if you act up, I'ma bang from the chat, so don't play with me. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. If you like the discussion, drop a super chat if you wanna say something.
Updated.
Los Angeles 2.0. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. 15-minute cities, here they come. Our good friend Gavin Newsom can't control his enthusiasm. He's smiling ear to ear. There's still houses on fire. Oh, how convenient. A smart city in LA by 2028, just in time for the Olympics. They are telling you to your face what they're doing. And he can't contain himself.
And all that opportunity and that pride and spirit that comes from not just hosting those three iconic games and venues, but also the opportunity, I think, to rebuild at the same time. And that's why we're already organizing a Marshall Plan. We already have a team looking and reimagining LA 2.0, and we're making sure everyone's included, not just the folks on the coast, people here that were ravaged by this disaster.
You just said you're organizing a Marshall Plan for the rebuilding of California. What is that Marshall Plan?
For
Tell
this
us about this
region,
Marshall
we're just
Plan.
starting to lay out. I mean, we're still fighting these fires. So we're already talking to city leaders. We're already talking to civic leaders. We're already talking to business leaders and nonprofits.
I want y'all to look at his smile. He has a winning smile, right? He has a great smile. He has a TV show actor smile, right? This man is smiling like he's in a Crest commercial, like he's in an Aqua Fresh commercial, like he's in a Colgate commercial. And through this whole video, he never stopped smiling. All these people are losing their homes. People are dying. People can't breathe. It's literally raining fire. And this fool is smiling, talking about the damn Olympics. Yo, this is nuts. And there's a reason, in my opinion, because this is for entertainment purposes only. He is smiling.
We're talking to labor leaders. We're starting to organize how we can put together a collection of individuals on philanthropy for recovery, how we can organize the region, how we can make sure that we are seeking federal assistance for the Olympics more broadly, but also federal assistance for the recovery effort.
Los Angeles 2.0.
So I want to show y'all something real quick. I want to share my screen. I want to show y'all exactly what's going on in Los Angeles right now. Let me put this on a big screen. So this is Los Angeles right now and what's going on.
To hand out these essential supplies that so many Angelinos are dropping off by the truckload.
Right now, virtually the whole Los Angeles is dark. And of course, it's daytime, so this was probably from last night. But the whole Los Angeles is dark.
The FEMA Command Center, where they are building a virtual tent city just next to the Malibu Country Mart near the Malibu Farmers Market land there. It is a massive spot where they are going to be here for the long haul, bringing in responders from all over the place. As you know, workers are coming in from all over the country and will be here for an extended period of time. But this just gives you an idea of this is about as close as they could possibly get, all the way out here to the country.
So during the day, people are out trying to help everybody, while Gavin Newsom is just so joyful and excited about his damn new plan for the Olympics. So this is
you can walk around, get your stuff, and come over.
So people are, coming out trying to help or whatever. But my whole point of doing this show is, how did this happen in the first place? So we all know about the Maui situation and the laser beams and all this blue stuff that actually didn't get disintegrated, but everything else is burning down or whatever. And there's a very good possibility that, like I said, I don't want to turn around and get my channel deleted, but it looks kind of like the whole Maui situation.
We're still fighting these fires. So we're already talking to city leaders. We're already talking to civic leaders. We're already talking to business leaders and nonprofits. We're talking to labor leaders. We're starting to organize how we can put together a collection of individuals on philanthropy for recovery, how we can organize the region, how we can make sure that we are seeking federal assistance for the Olympics more broadly.
See, for the Olympics. We're seeking federal assistance for the Olympics. Not for the people, He literally just said, we're seeking federal aid and assistance for the Olympics. Let me back it up. He said it. I didn't say it.
We're talking to labor leaders. We're starting to organize how we can put together a collection of individuals on philanthropy for recovery, how we can organize the region, how we can make sure that we are seeking federal assistance for the Olympics more.
He said for the Olympics. What in the hell? He said this. I didn't say this. I'm not no conspiracy. He said this. We're seeking federal aid and assistance for the Olympics. This is nuts.
Broadly, but also federal assistance for the recovery efforts.
Come on now.
I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor of down in Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land use concerns he had.
Oh, you just talked to somebody in Maui about land use? Hold on, back it up. What?
How we can make sure that we are seeking federal assistance for the Olympics more broadly, but also federal assistance for the recovery effort.
Come on now.
I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor of down in Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties and the like. So we're already working with our legal teams to move those things forward. And
bruh, this is absolutely nuts. Quick commercial break. Get these likes up, y'all, and we'll be right back.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
Melissa said this is criminal. It's not criminal because if the government makes the laws and makes the rules and are the ones that are in charge of arresting people and putting people in prison, it can't be criminal if they are the ones making the rules. They're the ones who actually dictate whether it's criminal or not. And if they say it's not criminal, it's not criminal.
The governor of Hawaii about the fires that they had and the process on what's going down now. Come on now, guys. This is ridiculous. It's literally right in our face. He is smiling and look at his background. It's just, the disrespect is insane.
Everybody hit the like button. 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 Look at this man smiling.
I heard they fired over 60% of the fireman's staff 3 to 6 months before the fire hit, so somebody knew it was coming.
And I want to say this because this is very important to point out. Put a 1 in the chat if you're aware that the government can make it rain anytime they want to. It's called cloud seeding. Put a 1 in the chat if you're aware that the government can make it rain whenever the hell they want to make it rain. It's called cloud seeding. Put a 1 in the chat if you're aware of something called cloud seeding. So when I see natural or government disasters, I call it, remember what happened in North Carolina right before the election? Do y'all remember what happened in North Carolina right before the election? Where like the biggest red states, keyword red states, out of nowhere started having hurricanes and all kinds of mess happening, and the whole city got flooded out and people lost their homes, and they decided to give all of the damn people in North Carolina $700 a piece? Do y'all remember that? There's a possibility, because I don't know anything. What's going on? What up? What up? What up? What up? I don't know anything. I'm just a coach. I don't know nothing. But there's a possibility, and I have to keep saying that because I don't know, that they flooded the red states in order to keep people from being able to vote. Possibly. So if you can turn around and flood one city, flood a whole city with cloud seeding, then another city, Pasadena, turns around and has a fire storm. So one has a water storm, and the other city over here has a firestorm. Why don't they just do some cloud seeding and make it rain? Lil Wayne used to make it rain. Why the government can't make it rain? They have the ability to make it rain. But for whatever reason, they don't want it to rain in Pasadena. So with all that being said, there's a good possibility that a lot of these things that are happening are done on purpose and intentional. Even the war. Put a 1 in the chat if you are aware that wars are funded by both, like countries would fund one side of the war and they would fund the other side of the war and keep them going at each other. Put a 1 in the chat if you're aware of that. See, virtually everything that you see is on purpose. Nothing that is happening is nature. It's government. Everything is. So if you see a city flood and all these people like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. Somebody did that shit on purpose. When you see over here all these fires and this crazy shit, it's on purpose. And this is for entertainment purposes only. Right now, I am entertaining my viewers. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I am nobody. Don't sue me. Don't take my channel down. I am an entertainer, and I don't know nothing about no goddamn fires or no water. I am not an airbender. Okay? I don't have any superpowers to make fire come out my hands or make something flood. And I'm not a meteorologist, archaeologist. I'm not a nothingologist. Therefore, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So don't sue me, government or Mr. Newsom, because I'm just a YouTuber. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. This is for entertainment purposes only, because I want to get sued. Let's keep going.
And man, wanted to make sure that the houses they wanted burned down. Google 2028 is going to say Los Angeles smart city. So the best way to get a smart city is by burning out all the residences, and then you can start fresh and build a fucking smart city. This is what the fucking government is doing to you. They don't give a fuck about us. As Michael Jackson said, all I want to say is they don't give a fuck about us. And another goddamn thing, State Farm canceled fire protection on homes 3 months before the fire. Who tipped them off?
So let's get into that. The insurance companies.
Look, I don't know if the fires in California were intentional, accidental, or preventable. I don't know that, but some of the numbers just don't add up. 80,000 acres, 24 death toll as of right now. By the time you watch it, maybe higher. 200 individuals have sustained injuries.
Hold on, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear this, because it's a little low. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear this. I'm gonna start it over. But I want to make, were y'all able to hear that? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all were able to hear that. I want to start it over. Can y'all put a 1 in the chat to tell me if y'all can hear it? Palisades, not Pasadena. I'm sorry. Palisades. You're right. I said Pasadena. I meant the Palisades. Sorry. All right, here we go.
Look, I don't know if the fires in California were intentional, accidental, or preventable. I don't know that, but some of the numbers just don't add up. 80,000 acres, 24 death toll as of right now. By the time you watch it, maybe higher. 200 individuals have sustained injuries. 4,000 homes have been completely destroyed. $250 billion of damages. A reservoir that fits 117 million gallons of water
empty.
That's been shut down for a year because the cover had a hole in it. And they don't want to fill it up. And nobody knew about this, apparently. And you only had 3 tanks that each fits 1 million gallons. And it becomes a story about a man named Francis.
So they don't even have access to water. They don't even have access to water.
Bichetti. He's a personal assistant, lives in Palisades, has been living there for 50 years on and off, had a home for decades. Gets a note last year from farmers that your homeowner's insurance is going from $4,500 to $18,000 per year. 4x. He says, I can't afford that. What am I going to do with this? So I'm going to go to the fair plan that California offers. He goes there. They say, we'll give it to you, but you have to cut these 10 trees. Can't even do this. This is too much work. What does he finally do?
And the person talking is Valuetainment. So go subscribe to the Valuetainment YouTube channel. What is his name? Something Bet David. What is his name? Andrew. What's his first name? Something Bet David. I forgot. But yeah, Valuetainment podcast.
The many people in California did. He's going bare, which means no insurance to protect your home. I'm going to be ready for this. What happens this week? He loses his home. Done. You know what it's like? It's like having a car. You get into an accident. Car is totaled. You bought this for $40,000 and you have no auto insurance. What do you do now? You're an average person that doesn't have a lot of money. Maybe you're doing your best. What do you do with that? You know how many Francis Bichettis are out there? A lot of them. This is happening in California right now everywhere. And people are wondering, how were you not prepared for this event that just happened in California? The blame is going to the leadership of California, starting with the governor, Gavin Newsom. We're going to talk about that today.
I just want to say this. It's important for all of us, no matter what city or state we live in. We can't spend our whole lives running around depending on the government and blaming the government. I'll say that again. We can't run around for the rest of our lives depending on the government and then blaming the government. Did the government do this? I don't know. It sounds like, I don't even want to say that, but I don't know. But the more you depend on the government, the more you depend on the government. Now, the government runs everybody. It's called government, means the act of governing. So we all are under the rulership of the government. But at the same time, yeah, everybody hit the like button. What's up, Coach Peace? Everybody hit the like button. But at the same time, we can't sit around spending all of our energy blaming the government. What's up, Dion? Because it doesn't make any sense. So what do we do to like not get affected by what the government is doing to people? Well, the first thing you have to do is You have to have a certain amount of individualistic mental fortitude, which is train your family and teach your family that, like, we're on our own, right? We can't sit around whining about, I can't find no job. The government won't help me. You got to figure shit out on your own. As an example, I live everything that I teach. I have not had a job since 2017 or something. I don't even know. I can't even remember last time I had a job. One of the reasons why I gave up this stupid job mess, and I'm not saying having a job is stupid, but to me, it's stupid. To you, it may not be. But having a job in my mind for my life is stupid because it's depending on the government. Even though a person can have a company and it's not a government company, it's still dependent on another entity to pay my bills. And I don't want to live my life like a child. Like a child depends on their parent. I don't want to depend on a job to pay my bills. I want to pay my own bills. I want to, like, see, the thing about it is my products, just as an example, makes me a store and not having a job, because your job that you work at is either selling a product or a service. So I decided to just be the job itself and supply a product and a service, because I also do one-on-one coaching along with my products, along with, the information I share. So because of that, I became a job instead of dependent on a job, which means I am less dependent on the government. And even though I'm doing this YouTube show, I don't complain about the government either. I'm sharing information with the public that will actually help them change their lives, but I'm not complaining. So we can't be dependent on the government or too dependent on the government, because we all are dependent on the government. The food that you eat comes from somebody else that gave it to you or delivered it to you or whatever. But you can't be 100% dependent on the government. And part of being dependent on the government is having a job. We all know that moving forward, going into, 2027, 8, 9, 2030, there aren't going to be any jobs. So for you to be walking around bragging about your job is you depending on the government. You're dependent on an outside entity to give you some damn money. Why companies spend thousands or millions of dollars a day on advertising to get you, the consumer, to buy something. So I got myself out of consumerism. I got myself out of depending on the government. I got myself into the range of being a producer, because I got another card game coming, probably I would say in a month and a half. I got another card game coming. So I am a producer and not a consumer, which puts me in a position as almost the government, because I govern my own life. I govern my own environment to a certain degree. So that is the first step. You have to stop depending on the government and become the government. Drop in the chat, become the government. Everybody put in the chat, become the government. Right now, everybody put in the chat, become the government. We have to stop depending on the government and become the government. You have to change the way you see things. You have to change your approach to life. You have to change, because if you don't change, somebody's going to make changes for you and you're going to be looking stupid. Everybody drop in the chat, become the government. Let's go. Drop in the chat, become the government. Because that's what we have to do. We have to get closer to becoming the government versus getting closer to depending on the damn government. So type become the government in the comments. You have to change the way you look at life. You have to change the way you raise your kids. You have to change the way you earn money. You have to look at yourself as a government, and how can I supply my audience with things that are helpful to them versus depending on somebody to operate. What are you offering, selling to your community? Type become the government in the comments. You have to become an integral part of the system versus living off of the system, or you're going to end up looking stupid. The second thing is you have to make migration an integral part of your life. All of this, I grew up here, or I'm from here, and no matter how many hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, whatever the hell else y'all be dealing with, fire falling from the damn sky and shit, I ain't moving. You got to stop that. Because let me tell y'all something about migration. The first thing that comes to mind when you think about the word migration is animals. When there is no food, when there is no water, when there is a drought, animals start migrating somewhere else. Animals aren't stupid enough to be sitting around like, oh, it ain't no water, it ain't no food, oh my God. No. They get together and migrate and move somewhere else. Start walking. They just start walking and migrate. See, some of y'all think migrants is the people coming from another country. That's the same thing. But animals invented migration. So y'all think y'all are smarter than animals, but a lot of y'all are still in these goofy ass cities that keep having all these natural or unnatural disasters, whining and crying like, oh my God, FEMA, somebody save me. You gotta save yourself. Because the same government that you whining about, complaining about, and depending on is probably the reason why you is fucked up right now. So you can't turn around and depend on a government that puts you in the goddamn situation your ass is in. And now you mad at FEMA or the Red Cross for not giving you no damn money. They part of the damn reason why shit messed up. Your house burned down and you depended on the government to fix your house. The government may be the ones that burnt the shit down. So you need to look at this and say, all right, I'm out of here. And move to another government. Move to another state. Move to another city. So the first thing is to start learning how to govern your own goddamn life. Stop depending on a fucking job. Stop depending on the government. Get off government assistance. Stop going to college, because college is stupid. Because all of you, now you got $60,000 in student loans looking stupid. Stop doing all this shit. Because you go to the college to get a job. Stop trying to get a goddamn job. Create a job. Create jobs for other people. Be a part of the system instead of living off the damn system. So become the government. That is one thing. The second thing is to migrate. I don't give a shit. Let Georgia or Atlanta start having tornadoes and fires and shit. I'm out of here. I'm not going to be sitting around like, oh my God, but I grew up here. I don't give a damn. I'm leaving. Learn how to leave. My name is Mr. Let Go. I believe in letting go of shit. I'm leaving. I'll leave my marriage. I'll leave my state. I'll leave my city. I'll leave the planet. I don't give a shit. If shit ain't the way it's supposed to be, I'm leaving. So learn how to migrate. If things aren't the way that they need to be and your life is in some type of way more dangerous than it needs to be, leave. Whether it's a marriage, a relationship, or a city, leave. All right, let's get back to these videos. Y'all can't keep sitting around, because the thing about it is, I can literally, I said this yesterday, I can literally go online and make a video and say, in 2026, the entire state of California is going to be on fire. They'll think that I'm psychic if I say that in 2025 and say that about 2026. Well, guess what? It's not me being psychic. Shit is on fire now. So for all the people who are still in LA, how did you not see this shit coming? Why are you still in LA now? And I'm not being insensitive to people who are going through something, because everybody's situation is different. But how many of you was in LA 2 years ago when the fires was happening? I remember The Game, the rapper The Game, 10 years ago, talking about his city is on fire. That was when The Game was hot. That was 10 years ago. So what needs to happen to you for your ass to leave LA? Because virtually every 2 years, LA catches on fire and your ass whining, oh my God, but your dumb ass still there. So learn how to migrate and go some goddamn where else. But here's the problem. Some of y'all are so dependent on jobs. Remember I said, stop working jobs and learn how to govern your goddamn selves. So you're so dependent on a goddamn job where you can't leave. Do you see how these two steps are very conducive to each other? I ain't got no job. So I can go somewhere whenever the hell I want to. I can sell my card games, do YouTube videos, do one-on-one coaching in Dubai if I want to. I go any goddamn where because I don't have a job. So the two steps that are very important is stop with this job bullshit, and two, learn how to migrate. But you can't migrate if you got a goddamn job that you cannot replace in another damn city. Therefore, stop working jobs. Jobs are stupid. College is stupid. All of it is stupid. And some of you may say, hey, how do I learn how to be an entrepreneur? I don't know how to do that. Well, learn how to be an entrepreneur and get a mentor. Think I just became an entrepreneur and just woke up and just quit my job? No. I paid thousands of dollars to learn how to be an entrepreneur. Learn the systems. Learn about sales. Some of y'all know I used to sell cars. Did I start selling cars because I wanted to sell cars? No. I started selling cars so I can learn how to sell cards. I'll say that again. I learned how to sell cars so I can know how to sell cards. I got into sales so I can learn how to sell shit. So I went and got a job selling cars so I could learn to sell cards. So my college was working at a dealership. I ain't go to no goddamn college because college is stupid. I went and got a job and got paid thousands of dollars. I made about $80,000 a year selling cars just so I can sell cards. Learn Facebook ads. Learn how to put together a t-shirt brand. This is my t-shirt brand, Family Empowerment. I don't even sell these goddamn shirts, but I wear them. And because y'all are so used to me wearing them, I can easily put in my in my bio or on my website t-shirts. I don't even sell these. I just wear them. But whenever I want to, whenever I feel like it, I can sell my t-shirts. I do sell them on tour, but at the end of the day, I'm selling. And that is the key to life. Learn how, because you're not born a salesman or a marketer. You have to learn. Get a mentor. I can be your mentor if you want me to. But at the end of the day, if you don't change the way you think, if you don't change the way you operate, your whole life going to burn down. Forget about your house. Your whole life going to burn down. So let's keep going.
Who keeps tipping off motherfuckers that a natural disaster is about to happen?
When I heard Mel Gibson say this on Fox News.
Well, you know, I know they were messing with the water.
Now, this is important. They were messing with the water.
Reserves go for one reason or another.
At first, I thought it was just a wild conspiracy theory, but I looked into it. The water pressure was indeed messed with in the Palisades. Their main reservoir, the Santa Ynez Reservoir, was indeed completely empty at the time of the fires. It has been empty for nearly a year. Yeah, you're probably asking, why was it empty? Well, it has a floating cover on it, and it had a tear several feet long. The tear was allowing debris and bird feces to get into the water. So, to be compliant with water regulations, they closed the reservoir and drained it to repair the cover. This happened in February of last year, 2024.
Y'all see that? And y'all goofy asses in LA chilling like your house ain't gonna burn down. See, the thing about it is, if you utilize social media for information instead of utilizing social media to just scroll and look at cat videos and shit, you can learn something. Because I'm never going to say social media is bad. It's your approach to social media. I'm quite sure on TikTok, you know, they're trying to ban TikTok for reasons like this. I'm quite sure they were talking about on TikTok how the reservoirs in LA drained or was drained. And if you were an introspective person and you lived in LA and LA be on fire every goddamn year and the water reservoir is now been drained, wouldn't that tell you something? Wouldn't that give you a thought like, if we end up having a wildfire or another wildfire, it's not going to be no damn water. But no, y'all want to look at cat videos and relationship videos about I am the table and all this dumb shit. And now your house burnt down a year later. But a year prior, the fire department lost funding or part of it. A year prior, the damn reservoir, it has been drained. And you don't think that's suspicious? That ain't suspicious? Well, it's not suspicious because your ass didn't know. Because you sitting around looking at cat videos and women empowerment videos and shit. Get your head out your ass and pay attention to what's going on around you.
Instead of doing this repair in-house, the LADWP obtained bids from outside companies to have the work done. They paid a firm $130,000 to complete the repair. It was set to be done in the coming weeks, with the reservoir reopening in February. This is still no excuse for the reservoir not being filled.
Nicole, what city are you in? You talking about it's snowing. Like, why is it snowing? I'm confused. Like, what city are you in, Nicole? And why the hell is it snowing? And this is what I'm talking about. Some damn snow. I'm not dealing with nothing. Why do y'all want to live somewhere where it's snowing here, is firing here, is flooding here? Why do y'all live in these goofy ass cities? I'm just asking. I don't know. Can y'all explain to me why y'all live in these goofy ass cities that be snowing and all this stupid shit? You do realize there's parts of the country where it never snows or it only snows for a day and it goes away. You do know that, right? It doesn't flood. No hurricanes, no tornadoes, none of this shit. Why don't y'all leave? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand. And it might be because y'all have these stupid ass things called jobs. I'm just saying. But y'all don't understand that the government gives you a job in order to put you in a position where you can't leave when some dumb shit happens. Oh, my job. I don't know. I can't just go somewhere else because my job. Shit is stupid. A damn job. And for anybody who's like, well, you say that, but I need a job. No, the hell you don't. You drive an Uber. You do all kinds of shit. You just don't want to because you're lazy. Lazy people. See, in the 2020s, the lazy people aren't the people who don't have jobs. The lazy people are the people who do have jobs. Oh, I need to say that again. In the 2020s, the lazy people aren't the people who don't have jobs. The lazy people are the people who do have jobs. Damn. Damn, just damn.
Knowing that life-threatening winds were predicted, they could have filled the reservoir days before the fires. They would have deemed the water supply undrinkable, but they could have filled it for emergency use, and they didn't. Because this reservoir was empty, they were not able to refill the water tanks faster than the water was being drawn, and that's why hydrants went dry. Had the reservoir been filled, they would have had better water pressure, and the water would have lasted longer throughout the night. We'll never know if it would have made any difference or saved any homes, but let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Like, share, and spread the word, and check back here for the 411.
up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter therapy in a box. Therapy in a box is 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. But all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing. And speaking of my mother-daughter card game, something I want y'all to think about. A lot of you ladies have gone to therapy. Y'all done whatever the hell shadow work is. You know, y'all have found different ways to heal. Some of y'all have just set boundaries with people, but you know, y'all call it your healing journey. But I want y'all to think about this. If you don't have or have not utilized a tool, which is the Like Mother, Like Daughter card game, in order to gauge where you are in your healing journey, all of your shadow work is going to go to waste. Because what's the point of going to therapy and you don't have a way to find out if the therapy actually worked? So the way you find out if your therapy actually worked, whatever it is you did in your healing journey to heal from your mother wounds or your childhood trauma, how do you know it worked? The card game. Buy my mother-daughter card game. The link is in my bio on Instagram. The link is on in my bio. I mean, the link is under this video on YouTube. The link is over the video on Facebook. The link is in the chat that you're chatting in. And buy Like Mother, Like Daughter card game and play the game. What's going on? Play the game with your mother and or your daughter and find out if you're actually healed. Because some of you just sit around and lie talking about, oh, I'm healed. Oh, the shadow work. I don't even know what the hell shadow work means. My healing journey. Y'all say all this cool stuff, but are you really healed? Probably not. Because the thing about it is, when you go to school, y'all love going to college and shit, right? How do you know if you actually learned the material? You take a test, right? You have to take a physical test. Well, when it comes to life, when it comes to therapy, when it comes to healing, you have to take a physical test. You need physical tools. You have you have to have a physical way to find out if you actually are indeed healed from your childhood trauma, from your mother wounds. So I need everybody right now to buy my mother-daughter card game. It's on sale right now. It's usually $199, and right now is only $62 because y'all was complaining about it being too much. It's only $62. Buy my mother-daughter card game and find out whether you are indeed healed or not. Because some of y'all are just saying y'all are healed, but you don't know if you're healed because you don't have a tool to test what you learned in your healing journey. So click the link under this video, click the link in the chat, Click the link in my bio, and buy my mother-daughter card game right now. Find out whether you're healed or not, because that's the problem. Everybody want to run around like, oh, I'm an asset and I'm not a liability. Oh, I'm healed. Okay, if you are, test yourself and sit down with your mom or your daughter and find out if you're healed or not. Click the link. Click the link. He types in Los Angeles fire map, keyword map, MAP. These card games are great tools for sparking the honest dialogue needed. Props, Aaron. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes. Put a 1 in the chat if you have bought one of my card games thus far. So look at the map. Look at all the little blue dots. This is where all the fires are, right? He's looking up a fire map, the map of where all the fires are. Then he types in Los Angeles smart city. Rail train. Los Angeles smart city train rail plan. Because you know, a train, to start a train rail, it has to go from way up down here to way up here, right? So watch this. California unveils $310 billion passenger rail plan. Y'all see that, right? California unveils a $310 billion passenger rail plan, which means they need to burn all y'all shit up in order to get y'all out the way so they can start a new traffic rail system. Not a traffic rail system, a rail system. That's going to cost $310 billion, and your house is in the way. So they about to burn that bitch down and act like they sorry for burning your shit down so they can build a rail system. So he matches the map for the rail system to the map of the wildfires. Ooh. Trees not burning in LA. How are the trees not burning? Well, if they are laser beams, chung 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 chung, and they're not aiming the laser beams at the trees. They're aiming the laser beams at houses. There's no reason for the trees to burn up because the laser beams aren't being pointed at the trees. Your house is being pointed at. Imagine your house on fire and you found out somebody shot a laser beam and the bitch got caught on fire. I'm just saying. Laser beams. LA Smart City 2028 construction. Australia. What is that? Australia does that? Oh, Australia Melbourne fire. That's what it is. Melbourne. Oh, so this happened in Australia already. Fire spreads and they had winds blowing 80 miles per hour. Check this out. So this is a map of what happened in Australia, apparently. Melbourne Smart City Rail System. Melbourne smart city rail system. So this already happened in Australia. Boom. Y'all see that? Your house is in the way of their rail system, so they got to burn that bitch down. But y'all want to say, oh my God, the nature. No, nature didn't do shit. Nature didn't do nothing. Nature didn't do a damn thing. Nature's sitting around like, yo, what y'all looking at me for? I ain't do this. I'm over here chilling. I ain't do nothing. Los Angeles lost fire insurance. LA fires, thousands had insurance canceled in the months before the disaster. Somebody said, where's the proof? I'm showing you proof, goofball. All right, here we go again. The map sitting on top of the map. California unveils $310 billion rail passenger plan.
This is one of the homes that survived the Pasadena wildfire, and the owner of this home also has one in the back. One of them burnt and one of them didn't. Check this shit out.
I talked to the owner of this house right here in Pasadena. I talked to the owner. The owner does not have a smart meter on this house, on the front part of his house.
Smart meter.
There's no smart meter. The back house is the part of the house that had the smart meter, and everything in the back of his house is burnt. No.
All right, so I'm back this up because I need y'all to really pay attention to this. There's something called a smart meter. Does your house have a smart meter? My house don't have no goddamn smart meter. My house has a dumb meter.
This is one of the homes that survived the Pasadena wildfire, and the owner of this home also has one in the back. One of them burnt and one of them didn't. Check this shit out.
I talked to the owner of this house right here in Pasadena. I talked to the owner. The owner does not have a smart meter on this house, on the front part of his house.
Smart meter.
There's no smart meter. The back house is the part of the house that had the smart meter, and everything in the back of his house is burnt. No smart meter. Smart meter.
So I go research this shit, and then I came across this video about a retired engineer refusing to let the state install a smart meter on his home. Check this out.
It's obvious Norbert Slowinski does not want Duquesne Light to install a so-called smart meter on his property. So you've essentially put a chain on your meter.
Yes.
The retired mechanical engineer says smart meters are dangerous.
The smart meter is not
Listen
safe
what
for
he
the following
say.
reasons. Again, it emits high-frequency radio waves, and you don't feel them, you don't know about them, but they penetrate your body, and they can cause health problems later on. My bedroom is right next door, and it will.
So remember, we talked about how trees were not affected, only houses were affected, right? Well, what if the smart meters literally had a trip where all somebody has to do is boop, pull a switch, and all of your smart meters at your houses, just start blowing up, and next thing you know, everybody's house that has a smart meter is on fire all at the same time. And then they, keyword they, create strong winds where it's so windy, it's crazy, and your house burns down the next house that don't have a smart meter. Laser beams, smart meters, cloud seeding. Do y'all see what's happening?
high frequency waves, so I'm worried about my health and my children's health. They catch fire because there's very high voltage inside.
You heard what he said on that last part. I'm gonna drop a part 2 showing y'all who owns all of those smart meters in those areas that burn. Until then, let me know what y'all think in the comments.
These images supplied by local media in LA tell an interesting story, don't they? I mean, it is just simply amazing, the destruction to buildings. But it seems to have spared much of the greenery. Yet
none of the trees are affected because the trees didn't have smart meters connected to them. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, and share this video if you think it's helpful. Share this video if you think it's helpful. Contribute to the channel if you think this is helpful. Cash App is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Cash App $AARON. Cash App $AARON 1000. My Cash App is $AARON 1000. Contribute to the channel if you are appreciating the information that I am sharing. Contribute to the channel in your own way. Buy a card game, drop a Cash App $AARON, or drop a super chat. I prefer buying a card game because it will be helpful to you. And it's not just you giving some money. I'm contributing to you also while you're contributing to me.
it somehow destroyed a concrete and stucco building. But the very fuel that is being blamed for the massive spread remains intact in image after image. Not even churches made of concrete can survive, yet their shrubberies look impeccable.
Okay, so October 3074 says, pardon me, I don't remember what happened in Maui. This exact same thing happened in Maui. That's all you really need to know. The same exact thing.
It makes you kind of wonder about things. Huh. Oh, I'm sure it means nothing, right?
Okay. This is entertainment purposes only. But this is an actual Los Angeles camera that filmed a laser beam being shot from the sky. Is this real? We'll never know. I'm just sharing information. I don't know nothing. Just sharing information. Don't sue me. Don't take down my YouTube channel. Government. Check this out.
It makes you kind of... It makes you kind of wonder about... Remains intact in image after image. It makes you kind of wonder...
Okay, right here, stupid idiot Joe Biden, his dumb old ass, he literally said, you notice when you fly over with a helicopter, those places with blue roofs, they didn't burn. So we got to change that. Okay, so let me back up a little bit so y'all can hear him say this. Let's play the laser beam again. The laser beam looks cool, though. Remind me like Transformers and superhero movies.
Wonder about things. Huh. Oh, I'm sure it means nothing, right?
Here we go. So can y'all read this? If not, I'll read it. It says, so you notice when you fly over with a helicopter, those places with blue roofs, they didn't burn. So we gotta change that anyway. Does anybody know the significance of a blue roof? Do y'all remember that? Do y'all know? Somebody drop in the chat. What is the significance of a blue roof? What does blue have to do with this, y'all? Somebody drop in the chat. What does blue have to do with this? What does the color blue have to do with this?
Notice you fly over in a helicopter. Those places with roofs, they didn't do it. It's the right material. Yeah. So we got to change. Fire in the district here. And by the way, you notice you fly over in a helicopter. Those places with roofs, they didn't do it. It's the right material. Yeah. So we got to change that. Anyway, we're going to cut some trees. Moving people up and down.
So, for anybody who doesn't know, the significance of a blue roof or blue car is the laser beams that they are using, hence my background. You ever wonder why my background is blue? But see, this is blue. You know what I'm saying? Wall is blue. So the significance of the color blue is they are using blue laser. They're using blue laser beams to set your houses on fire. So since they're using blue lasers, blue stuff, whether it's a car or whether it's a roof, a house roof, they don't catch on fire because they don't counteract. Well, they counteract with blue. The blue color counteracts the blue laser beam. All right. The color blue is the only color that the direct energy weapons will not destroy anything with the color blue on it. Exactly. So that is the point of the blue. That is why my background is always blue. I'm joking, but I'm just saying. I just want to show y'all how smart and intelligent I am, because my background is blue. So they try to blow up my house. The whole house will blow up, but my office will stay together because it's blue. I'm joking, but
Fires in LA are very reminiscent of Maui when you actually do a little digging and do a little research. You will see things for what they really are. Case in point, the color blue survived the fires in LA just like they did Maui. So you tell me what is going on, because all of this seems a little spooky to me. And the fact that by 2028, They want to transform LA into a smart city just in time for the 2028 Olympics. Things really don't add up with this at all, and it really seems like another situation just like Maui. You tell me what is going on.
When women say they were forced to be masculine. Speaking of fire, y'all remember this movie about Maui? And I want y'all to think about this. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember this movie about Maui. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember this movie. Is it called what is the girl? Hold on, let's see. What's the name of the movie? What is the name of the movie where it was a fire monster in Maui? Moana. That's it. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember this movie called Moana. It's called Moana. Yes or no? Yes. Give me ones. Give me ones. Do y'all remember this movie called Moana? Moana was a movie about a fire monster that was setting everything on fire in Maui. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember the movie Moana. It was a Disney movie. It was a fire monster that was setting everything on fire in Maui. You can't make this shit up. With all that being said, this is actually a commercial about my mother-daughter card game. When women say they were forced to be masculine, this is actually what it looks like. It's not masculinity, it's fear. B. Simone said something about this movie on her podcast today, and it reminded me that this actual movie that I seen with my daughter back in 2017 is the actual reason why I do what I do for women. At some early point in a woman's life, her heart was stolen from her. And now she's walking the earth as this misinterpreted, angry person where all they actually want is for somebody to guide them, to see them, to understand them, to be patient with them. Your mother is the one that took your heart from you. The day you forgive her and the day you forgive yourself is the day you become this to us, to the world, to your children. We just want to love you, but it's up to you to allow yourself to receive it. Ladies, when do you know when you've actually healed? Well, if we were in school, you would have to take a test. For you to actually know where you are on your healing journey and all of your shadow work has actually paid off, you need a physical tool to gauge where you are in your healing journey. If not, all of the healing and the shadow work you've done will go to waste because you have to have a way to gauge where you are. And that's why I came up with my mother-daughter card game. Therapy is great, but the only way that you know that everything you've done is actually working is to utilize a tool, which is my like mother, like daughter card game, and play it with your mother and find out if all of your healing has actually worked. Find out if you're actually healed. So even though that was a commercial by my mother-daughter card game, Maui, this movie was created in 2017. Moana, I mean. 2017. Moana. And it was a movie about a fire monster that was setting everything on fire. And all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden, years later, Maui catches on fire. Just wanted to share that with you. Shit is crazy.
Seems right to me. And again, this seems like another Maui situation.
Watching footage from the California fires, I am going to need somebody to explain to me, like I am 2 years old, what this thing circled is that we saw on the live stream coming out of the fires. I have a video. I'm going to play it. I have my ideas, but y'all, I want to know your ideas. There has to be a logical explanation, right? There it goes.
Y'all see it? Playing it over again.
Way too fast for a fire plane, way too big for an ember. So if you have a logical explanation for that, I would love for you to let me know. I know I have my ideas. I know what side of TikTok I've been on. I've been on this side of TikTok since early December, about like December 3rd-ish. Okay, I live on the East Coast for reference. So I have my ideas. However, I'm told that there are logical explanations for everything. So I am looking for your logical explanation, please. And thank you. If you have one, please let me know.
Total chaos is unfolding in LA right now as 4 separate fires are tearing through the city, creating some absolutely apocalyptic scenes. Tens of thousands of people are being told to urgently evacuate and head to the coast for safety. You have senior patients being wheeled across smoky streets, beds and wheelchairs filling up a car park in Pasadena, people racing to evacuate their homes but then being forced to abandon their cars due to major traffic jams. And then you have bulldozers being forced to clear these cars by smashing them off the road. Passengers leaving LAX posted aerial views of the fire in Pasadena, which CNN report is ripping through an area equivalent to 5 football fields per minute due to strong winds of 60 to 80 miles per hour. Firefighters over the radio said that they're running out of water in some of their hydrants. Looks like we're leaving McDonald's in 2024. And these fires are not discriminating, because Hollywood celebrities are being seen fleeing their multi-million-dollar homes as these fires destroy some of the most expensive land and houses in the entire country. As this situation develops, I'll keep you guys updated.
Los Angeles 2.0. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. 15-minute cities, here they come. Our good friend Gavin Newsom can't control his enthusiasm. He's smiling ear to ear. There's still houses on fire. Oh, how convenient. A smart city in LA by 2028, just in time for the Olympics. They are telling you to your face what they're doing. And he can't contain himself.
And all that opportunity and that pride and spirit that comes from not just hosting those 3 iconic games and venues, but also the opportunity, I think, to rebuild at the same time. And that's why we're already organizing a Marshall Plan. We already have a team of looking and reimagining LA 2.0, and we're making sure everyone's included, not just the folks on the coast, people here that were ravaged by this disaster.
You just said you're organizing a Marshall Plan for the rebuilding of California. What is that Marshall Plan? Tell us about this Marshall Plan.
We're just starting to lay out. I mean, we're still fighting these fires. So we're already talking to city leaders. We're already talking to civic leaders. We're already talking to business leaders and nonprofits. We're talking to labor leaders. We're starting to organize how we can put together a collection of individuals on philanthropy for recovery, how we can organize the region, how we can make sure that we are seeking federal assistance for the Olympics more broadly, but also federal assistance for the recovery efforts.
Los Angeles 2.0. They're not even trying to hide it anymore.
What's going on, Moeezy? All right, y'all. So that is my show for today. Share this video if you think it will be helpful to anybody that feels stuck, that feels like they're dependent on the government. They're complaining about the government. People who actually are lazy. If you feel like somebody may need to move from New York or move from LA or move somewhere or whatever, and they need some type of encouragement, send them this video, because I think a lot of people, no matter what city you in, your ass need to move before some stupid shit happens. And your ass need to find a different way to make money other than just having a job. Because if your city because they can do this to anybody. They can do this to any goddamn city. Or, because, all they got to do is change the satellite and start shooting laser beams somewhere else. Start wearing blue. Buy a blue car. And, encourage somebody to make some changes in their lives before they end up looking stupid. Because when you end up looking stupid, ain't nobody gonna be here to save you. Nobody's gonna save you. You're just gonna be looking stupid. So prevent yourself from looking stupid by making some adjustments in your life. Like I said before, in the 2020s versus the 2010s, the lazy people are no longer the people who ain't got no job. The new lazy people are the people who have jobs. And if y'all don't understand that, may God help you, because I don't know what else to help you with. Talk to y'all later.
Mama, sit down, let's play this game. In these cards we heal our pain. Face to face we both explain. Maybe find our bond again. Years of anger lose their sting. We both said some hurtful things. Let these questions heal broken strings. Let this game and fractured wings. Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game. My inner child just wants to be seen. I forgive you, do you forgive me? The hurt, the neglect and disrespect, wounds can be healed in these two decks. Even though our past attempts have stalled, Mama, please just don't withdraw. Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game. My inner child just wants to be seen. I forgive you, do you forgive me? The hurt, the neglect and disrespect, wounds can be healed in these two decks. Even though our past attempts have stalled, Mama, please just don't withdraw. Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game. My inner child just wants to be seen. I forgive you, do you forgive me? Hearts that want to see it. Even though our past attempts have stalled, Mama, please just don't withdraw.